My name is Javier, and welcome to my channel. Realistically, the only thing that can save the world from $200 a barrel of oil is a nasty recession, which is horrific news. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and turn on notification bells, my beautiful prepping family. The situation between Russia and Ukraine accelerated where I felt we were headed, to a shortage of oil, gas, food, and empty shelves. It's going to get worse from here. Echoes forth Texas billionaire John Goff, chairman of Crescent Energy, has been scooping up depressed oil assets since 2019. The world is woefully underinvested, energy transition policies are naive, and demand has yet to peak, he adds. Sorry about that. I am all for green energy, but we need a real plan. Skeptics might point out that as of late May, a full 3 months after Putin's situation, oil futures were still bobbing around $110 a barrel. But that's only because China's strict lockdowns have temporarily depressed demand, and America is releasing 1 million barrels of oil daily from its strategic reserves. You know, like I said once before, we are on the path to hardship and starvation. Sorry about that. And the allergies are killing me. We are soon not going to be able to commute to our jobs that we all depend on to survive. I strongly do believe that. Shortages continue to happen. And if there is no shortages, the prices of the commodity we are seeking for is going to have an increase of inflation cost, just due to the availability and the quantity of it at a time. I do strongly believe that that's what's going to happen if there is no shortages, at least. But there's another more hopeful way to look at the global energy crisis. It could prompt those with the most capital to fast-track creative solutions and force politicians to get out the way. That means everything from green lighting, nuclear plant designs to build better batteries and grids for storing and distributing solar and wind energies. There's even a place for the quick fixes like burning wood pellets instead of coal. This would represent a reversal from recent years during which fossil fuel investments have created. Germany and Japan have shuttered nuclear plants, and not in my backyard activists have blocked hundreds of wind farms in the U.S. alone. This decade is going to be one that is structurally bullish for the energy market. There's more discipline today, plus you're trying to make up for 7 years of underinvestments, say John Arnold, who retired from active energy trading a decade ago at just 38 years old. In recent years, the billionaire philanthropist has put money in solar farms, nuclear fusion, deep water oil production platforms, and more. He's practically keen to see a regular rewrite, making it easy to win approval for energy grids, linking urban areas with rural places where wind and solar energy are generated. If we really feel like climate change is an extinction threat to society, then we need to act like it. You could give everybody a veto on every project. So I got a question for you guys. How do you guys feel about solar energy? Do you feel that this could be the curve to our failing system? I would like to know in the comments, what do y'all think? What are your thoughts about it? Refueling Europe is the immediate challenge for the West, replacing the Russia natural gas that powers much of Europe, so factories can keep humming and homes can stay warm next winter. By the end of this year, the continent hopes to replace 2/3 of its pre-war Russian imports of 155 billion cubic meters. That is 5.4 trillion cubic feet, a year. Half of that will become from the new imports of liquefied natural gas, which is LNG, a short version of that, versus just 20% from renewables. To make LNG gas is chilled down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, turning it into liquid that can be transported across the ocean in giant insulated tankers. The Europeans are gearing up to receive LNG on a floating regasification facilities. Finding enough LNG to buy and tankers to ship it will be tough as our fuel shortages and gas continues to inflate. I don't think that there's an LNG operator in the world who's not producing every molecule they can, says Michael Smith, the billionaire chairman, CEO, and 63% owner of the Freeport LNG, a Texas liquefaction complex that is in the U.S. second largest. He has sold most of its output to Asia under long-term contracts. Though much of the LNG is now being sold to Europe, it's not enough. In March, President Joe Biden and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced a deal for the U.S. to send an additional 525 billion cubic feet of LNG to Europe this year, and even more in the future. The U.S. can export more LNG, but it will take time and new capital. The nation went from being the world's biggest fossil fuel importer in 2005 to net exporter thanks to the rapid adoption of horizontal drilling and hydraulic fractions technique, aka fracking. By 2015, U.S. frackers were drilling so much oil and gas that energy prices tanked. Some players went bankrupt, while survivors came under intense pressure from investors to start paying down debt, from environmental activists to clean up their act. Over the last 5 years, according to the consultants Wood Mackenzie, U.S. investment in fossil fuels averaged just $400 billion a year, down from $750 billion a year during fracking heydays. To me, it seems like Joe Biden is quick to resolve everybody's problem that's not in the U.S. Why can't he resolve the issues here, in a quickly and timely manner? I don't get that, and I don't understand it. The situation in 2020 killed demand for oil and gas, leaving the world vulnerable to Vladimir Putin's supply side punch. Widespread shortages and sky-high prices will finally force meaningful investments and alternatives. I just wanted to hear from you guys. What do you think, and how do you guys feel about this solar energy? In what area you're at, and what are your gas prices now? From my last video about fuel cost and inflation on it. But I would like to know what you guys are facing right now. What is your guys' prices in your states, and what state are you in? Have you been seeing any food shortages due to these inflation of prices? I know California is probably going to be hit soon with $8 a gallon. It's crazy. It's crazy how that price cost is about to spike up here shortly. But yeah, man, if you could put it down in the comments, let me know what state you're in, or what part of the country you're in, and how much is the gas price where you're at, and if there's been any food shortages or empty shelves. Let me know. I would love to hear from that. I will reply to you guys. I do appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate the love and support. See you preppers on the next video. Bye.